Battlehammer here, bringing you stuff. Yep, stuff. What have I got planned? Well, had a little brain fart the other day. Now, as you know, I've been playing an awful lot of 5 Parsecs and 5 leagues, and I thought the thing I enjoy most about both those systems is it's solo and you're telling your own story. Now, I love that in gaming. So I thought, because it's such an open system, you can literally use it for anything you want. So I had a little think, and I thought to myself, well, surely it must be easy to take this and this and put them together. Now, I did sit and think long and hard about it. I thoughted stuff I did, and then I thought, well, they've also done 5 clicks from wherever. So I bought and downloaded that and had a little read through that, and then as I was reading through that and the other 2, there were little bits I wanted from each of them to get put into one thing, moosh it together so it fits into the kind of narrative of the story I wanted to tell with Necromunda. So how much work did that actually take, you're asking yourselves? Well, surprisingly, not a lot. A lot of the system, all the combat and everything, I'm basically keeping as it is. Character generation, I've tweaked a little bit here and there, but it was mostly, in my little book of notes, it's mostly though lots and lots of just changing bits of tables, wordings, changing some of the weapons, little bits like that to get it so it all feels Necromunda-y. So I'll explain all the bits as I go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll up our starting gang, and then we're going to have a game, and then we're going to do a start phase at the game, and then the end phase, so you can see how it's basically the same game, but with these little different bits I've put in. Hopefully it'll feel Necromunda-y enough for you. Now, one of the other things you can do is, instead of working out your gang and everything, just grab 60 Necromunda models that you want to use. Simple as that. It doesn't matter, what they're armed with, as long as they've got the gear on them figure. It's not really that much of an issue, because it's a fun, balanced little game, and you're not doing it to number crunch and to, make sure you've got the best builds and the best whatevers, because that's really not what it's about, is it? I mean, Necromunda is just about survival. So, yeah, let's crack on then, shall we? And go through it. So we're starting with, as usual, we're starting with 6 characters. Now, did I do it like that? Yes, I did. Okay, so taken from 5 clicks from the zone. Is it more? My God, the amount of printing I've done these last couple of days is ridiculous. So we've got 6 starting gangers. So we're going to roll for each of their backgrounds. Then we're going to roll for what training they had. Then there's another little couple of bits that we do. So if I just grab some of the old dicey things. So 6 characters. It was 8. But then I thought, now let's start it small, because then you can build your gang up as you go with hiring rookies, etc. Or juves, should I say, etc. In 5 clicks it's 8. But, I mean, you can do it 8, you can do it 6. Do what you want. I don't care. So then, here we've got pretty old spectacles on. I won't be able to see a bloody thing. So, background is a D10 for each. So, just going through. So, the first one is from a gang background. Well, that's kind of handy. But it is done in such a way as well you can just take, if you want all Escher, you can just take Escher models. If you want to use Goliath, just use all Goliath. But my premise is they're all like individuals from other little gangs that are all kind of coming together to then build it up from there. The second person was That is from Ash Merchant background. Do-do-do, doobity-doobity-doo-doo. Third one is 6 Settler. And because, I've gone through this process twice and come up with two gangs, and then I rolled up their like first 2 turns and went to see how it went, what missions they were doing and who they encountered and stuff. It actually works quite well, but shh, I didn't say that. The next one is Enforcer background. Next one is Scavenger. And the last one is Military. Now, as usual, that gives you all your stats. Now, I've got Savvy still, and we've got Nerve, because Nerve is from 5 clicks, and that's used for when you're getting pinned down and stuff. But then I don't know whether I'm going to be using that yet, because you can get stunned and everything in 5 Parsecs. So I'm still umming and ahhing about some of the bits. So as I'm playing it and you're sitting there watching, you might be sitting there going, I'd change that for that. Let me know. So, let me know if I think I'd like that idea more. You never know, it might even get used. Probably won't. So, that's me gangs. They've all got their own stats. There's nothing special about any of those. Well, the military and the Enforcer have got a +1 combat bonus. Ash Merchants, no, Explorer, no. So there's the backgrounds. So then we do training. So this is what their upbringing was. So the ganger is 7 Nomad Camp. Ooh, there's a story there. Does that give him any bonuses? +1 speed. Nice. Bit quicker than the others, that's nice. Ash Merchant, roaming survivors. Doo survivors. That gives him +1 toughness. Has he already got a high toughness? What was he? Ash Merchant. Ash Merchant. Nah, got speech though as a skill. Settler, 10. Cult. Ooh. 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 +1 speech or savvy. I'm still trying to decide what I'm doing with some of these. The Enforcer is from Isolated Enclave. Okay, this is a fairly mixed group. Scavenger from a military base. Okay, now this is interesting because the last member is from the military. So what's he from? Military? He's from a tiny settlement. So there's a chance that those two might have known each other before they got involved. So now we get to give one character 2 event rolls and one event roll. So the way I normally do it is I just roll a d6 and choose. But because unless as I've rolled it, I've suddenly got an idea for the group, then I just kind of sort of I like it randomly. So the person that's going to get 2 events is going to be number 4. It's the Enforcer. So his first event was, it's a d20 for this, was a 13. Ooh, he got revenge on someone. Got revenge. And that gives him +1 reaction. Ooh, I can see him, definitely leader material there. And his second event is 15. Ooh, he got involved in some sort of accident. Chemical spill or something. So roll a d6. 6 +1 toughness. Ooh, yes, he's definitely going to be the leader, isn't he? And then who else gets 1? It's the ganger from the Nomad Camp. 3 convicted. Convicted of something. What did I say that was? 3. +1 survival. Ooh. See, again, you've got stories already there. Now, the Enforcer, an isolated enclave, that's fair enough, ended up getting revenge on someone and then got involved in an accident. Or was it an accident? Oh, love little bits like that. So that is the characters with their skills and bonuses. Now use the starting gear. I've only literally, before I started filming, I've just redone the table. So gear, I'll write that down here because that can then be put out to them. So I've got 3 rolls on the military table for military gear that's been half-inched throughout our time. So we have a 14, which will give us a las rifle. That's one. Second one is a 50, a sniper rifle. Ooh, sexy, sexy. And the third item is a 61 chainsword. Gonna kill you with a chainsword, chainsword, wow! So those are our 3 military items. We get 3 low tech. So we have got 1, an auto pistol. We have got, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a 60. An extra blade. They all come with blades. I've given everyone blades to start with because I think it's Necromunda. If you've got something to shiv someone with, you could be in trouble. 1 more of those. A 50. It's another blade. And then we get 1 roll on the gear and 2 rolls on the gear and gadgets. It was going to be 2 tables, but it possibly could be. I probably could extend it with extra source books if I had them. You know, from the newer Necromunda source bits. So 20 gives us a set of infrared goggles. Nice. And 1 more of 32. 32 is a communicator. That'd be handy if we get another one, wouldn't it? So, that is the characters. So now what I just need to do is to quickly work out who gets what. Bam, 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 bam. So who's got the highest combat skills? That's military and the Enforcer. I'm going to give the Enforcer the sniper rifle. He's the boss. I'll have that. So sniper rifle and a blade, because they all get them to start with. So the sniper rifle's gone. Chainsword, I think it's going to go to the military guy. Chainsword. Going to kill you with a chainsaw. Chainsaw, wow. And maybe give him an extra blade as well. Stab, stab, yeah, that kind of works. Then we've got a las rifle. Las rifle that's going to the Ash Merchant. Kind of like the idea of him wandering the waste of the las rifle on his back. Auto pistol is going to be the Ganger with blade. And then that means I'm going to give the Settler 2 blades. It's like you're kind of stabby, 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 stabby. And the Scavenger will get a blade as well, which will be 2 blades because they will start with 1. So that's blades and blades. So infrared goggles I'm going to give to the Ash Merchant. And the communicator. That's just going to stay in my stash for now. I've got no real worry about doing that. Another thing I've got rid of in Necromunda is money. I like the way the trading worked in 5 clicks, so I've brought that over. So in the stash we've got a communicator. It's just sitting in our home. Now, another thing that I've done and brought over from 5 clicks is the settlement. So we have a settlement. We're part of a community. Now it has 3 values. It has a security value, it has a stability value, and it has a resources value. These will start at 0. And the idea is throughout the game we can find scrap, we can find bits and pieces, we can try and bump those numbers up. And when they get to certain levels, you just get extra bonuses for extra things that you will be doing in later parts of the game, or will become clear. But then what I did is I took something from Necromunda and brought that over because I wanted the territories. I love the idea of the territories being used. So you've got your settlement. Now within that area, you know, sort of walking distance kind of thing, travelling, are territories. They're going to be D3 territories. Oh no, that's not. Sorry, it's a D6. Can't read my own writing. So 3 is 2. Yep, 2 territories. So the first territory near us is a 12, Old Ruins. Now these have 2 values. They have influence from other gangs and dark secrets. So again we roll to see what it's influenced by. This one is influenced by gangs, and the influence of the gangs is 4. Now if we can reduce that value down to 0, we can then farm the old ruins for bits and pieces. At the moment another gang has hold of it, it's theirs, so what I've also done is just put a little note somewhere in here, just roll a d6, so it's a Delac owned old ruin. See again, that adds purely for story. So the Delac have got these old ruins, and if we get hold of them, if we can beat them out, you know, we can then send people to the ruins each at the start of each phase to see if they can get some goodies. It's all good, it all works. And the second territory is a 2/6. Is a mineral outcrop. Ooh, mineral outcrop. Again, it's got 2 values. It might have 2 values. It's 2. So the influence is mainly gangs again, because there is a role here where they'd be influenced by both the gangs and dark secrets. If you really want them, you've got to break both those numbers down. And it's 2, 3. So it's got a factor of 3, and what gang owns? It's the Delac again. Ooh, we're in a Delac hotspot. Now, another little bit I put into it is if we were a Delac gang, as in all of my models were Delac, not just one, all of them, then I could farm that resource, which means I could send people there and I could like have a little snip about and get some bits. Not the full value, which you can do when you own it. So that's the settlement. That is basically it. That's it. So I've got my characters with their gear and their bonuses. I've got the settlement, which we're going to call Scrag's End. Little place, not too far from the sludge sea. It's a cesspit. It's not a very good place. And then, like within a day's walk, we've got an old ruin that the Delac have got hold of, and a mineral outcrop that the Delac have got hold of. Those bald-headed buggers are going to cause a little bit of a problem, aren't they? We're going to have to flush them out. So that's that. flip over the page because now we would start the first campaign turn. Campaign turn 1. And as usual, from any of these 5 Parsecs, 5 click games, is you define your victory conditions. So, you know, whether you have, I'll have someone level up twice or something like that. It's completely up to you. What I forgot to do is to nominate a leader. Well, that is going to be my enforcer. And he gets +1 luck or grit. Haven't decided which yet. So now we roll over the page. Now we get to the fun stuff. Although saying that, just from doing that, stories are beginning to emerge. Yes. A right bunch of stabby bastards, haven't I? Gonna need more guns. But fortunately, before we go out on a quest for ships, we've got this other stuff to do. So we start with, in each starting phase, a settlement event. I.e., what's happening about this settlement. So we get a 93. Right, okay, that's interesting. That's not happened before. So an urgent mission has suddenly cropped up. Now, if we take it now for this round, because you do all these little bits, then you have an event, your main event. So our main event is the urgent mission. So we could do that now. If we did, we'd be battling against some people. We don't know who yet, we haven't worked that out. But they'll be on +1 extra enemy, but there'll be +1 loot counter at the end of it. Ooh, that's tempting. But I then lose 2 trade points and 2 activity points for the rest of this settlement encounter. So do I really want to go on the urgent mission? No, we're going to miss that one. So someone's come rushing into the settlement, come up to our gang headquarters, which is probably an old danky, smelly old pub, and gone, "Ooh, Timmy's fallen down the well! Please, can we go help him?" And our lot have gone, "Nah, nah, not today. We just can't be bothered. We're still hungover from the night before." So we're not doing the urgent mission. Phew. So that's the settlement event. You then do healing if you've got anyone injured. Then there's settlement activities. Now in 5 Parsecs you could send people off to do that. But I'm doing it for on 5 clicks. So you get 3 activity points a turn. 3 points. If your security in your settlement is over 2, you get an extra 1. If it's over 4, you get an extra 2. So you can do more things the safer your town is. So you can visit the doctor, you can gather scrap, you can send out a patrol, you can farm territories, you can train members, you can fix gear, you can attempt to improve your settlement, you can recruit new members. And then I did something else a couple of pages on. Claim territories. Well, we can't claim any of them because we haven't got anything. But what we need to do is we need to get scrap. Scrap is like a resource, big resource in this. Now, all I'm going to do is to gather scrap is between 1 to 5 action points. So I'm going to spend all 3 to find scrap. So what you do is you roll d6. Every 6 is a point of scrap. A 3, a 6, and a 5. So we have 1 piece of scrap. The more scrap we get, the better we can do. Because with scrap, you can improve your settlement, you can pay for new members, bits and pieces like that. So that's my settlement events done, because it's literally quick and easy for that. I don't have much to do. Off you go find some scrap. Then it's the trading post. Trading works very similar to what you've just done. You get 2 trade points. If your settlement's resource is high enough, you get extra trade points. And what you do is for each trade point you roll on the trade table. You can keep 2. So the more trade points you've got, you can roll more items, but you're still only allowed to ever keep 2. So let's pop down the old market, see what Guzzle Guts is selling today, shall we? So we roll a d6 for type. It's a 3, so the first item is common, and the second one is 3, so it's common. So 2 common items. And it's they're given to you. Like, oh, you're part of the gang, aren't you? Well, here you go. Here, take this. And remember my name. Sort of thing. So, what do we get first? We got off. We've been given a 6. Oh, hello. Missiles and grenades. Well, we don't want the missiles because we ain't got a rocket launcher. 2. It's frag grenades. We have been given 4 frag grenades. Here, catch these eggs. Now, don't have to assign those to anyone. They will just be with the group when the group goes out. We've only got 4 of them. Once those 4 are gone, that's it until I get more. So that's an okay start. And 1. 1 is there. And it is 2. It's another chainsaw. Chainsword. So obviously we're like, ugh, we'll fucking have them. So I've got an extra chainsword now. So I could give that to... I'm going to give that to the scavenger. He wants something a bit better to protect him than like 2 knives. The settler can have 2 knives because he's like, well, you're just like Jojo. You clean the kitchen or whatever. You got 2 knives. Off you go. Whereas scavenger, he could be useful picking up things and rumours and stuff like that. So we'll give him the chainsword. Nice. Right. So, and that's trading. It's as simple as that. You just roll. I'm still deciding what to do with extra gear that you get. I mean, yes, you've got it in your stash, but are you going to be allowed to swap it out for... Oh, that's a good idea. Swap out for scrap. Or obviously keep the gear for new bods. Right, so as we weren't taking on the urgent mission, it's now time for the main event. So this is where we roll to see what's going on outside of the settlement or what's caught our attention as we're wandering the Underhive. It's a 55 battle! Bugger. But then again, you want your tabletop stuff, don't you? If you don't get your tabletop stuff, you know. Pfft. So, it's a battle. What can happen in that little section? Sorry, there's a wanderers. You can find resources, signs or events, and battle. So wanderers, you can meet like scouts or peddlers. They've got reactions, etc. You can find resources, scrap, etc. Signs, they lead straight to a battle. But there are ums and ahs. Events can be anything. We find guarded loot, etc, etc. So for the battle itself, we now roll for any conditions. We've got a 13 bounty. And we don't mean the chocolate bar. Random enemy has a bounty on his head. If killed, we get an extra loot roll. Here, boss! I've heard that's old Grimly Grimbo. Let's go get him. Right. So, the battle itself, 18-inch neutral ground between the parties. Right, so the enemy. Enemy. So, as usual, it's 2d6, pick the highest. So, 5. So, we've got 5 enemies at the moment. Now, we roll for the enemies to see who and what they are. 8. It's a hardened group of militia. So there's +2 there, so that'll be 7 of them in total. 5-inch move, +1 combat, toughness 3. Ooh, they've got armour as well. Ooh. So now if you wanted to, you could just take the Orlock, some Orlock figures for them, and off you go. So anything special about those? Apart from that, no. Right, find the opponents and just see if they've got any leaders, etc, etc. So we've got hardened militia. Hardened militia. Right, roll d6. 5. So they have got 1 leader. So that'll be a leader and 6 bods. So that. Oh, and then we need to just work out what the mission is. It's a normal mission. 3. We need to deliver something. So one of our boys will have object A, and we need to get it to object B, which could be anything. It's all part of the story, isn't it? That's what we're going to be making up. So we've got to try to deliver that. So I do believe that's just a straightforward randomly hangs package needs to be delivered to the centre of the table. So we can either come up with some story and put something at the centre of the table. That's where we need to get the thing to. Once we get it there, job's are good and mission's accomplished. So that is what we've got to do. Unfortunately though, there's a bunch of militia mooching about. They're hardened militia. Boo. And what is there? What is... there are battle events. What is their thingy? Hardened militia. Tactical. So that's it. We are now ready to literally go do the first mission. That is it. So, come back in a minute, go get yourselves a cup of tea, come back and we'll crack on with the game and see how that goes. Right then. So, I've quickly thrown something together. As I said, it's not the sexiest of tables, not like what I normally prepare for viewing, but I thought we just don't want it too cluttered because we just want to try to get things right. So here is the centre point. This is where we've got to get our goodies. The bad guys are over there, all ready to come and get us. Good guys are here, and I think we're just about ready to go for it. So to start with, I just need to grab 2d8 for encounters later, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 dice to begin rolling for reactions. So we are good to go. Just get some dice over here ready, counters over there ready, measuring sticks and pokingness. Okay, so my leader's here. Then we've got the ash merchant. Then we've got our ganger from the nomad camp. We've got our settler. We've got our military from the tiny settlement, and our scavenger from the military base. Is that right, or are they the wrong way around? I don't remember, doesn't matter. So, roll some dice. Let's see what we come up with. So we've got a 1 and a couple of 2s. And what are our thingies? So I can have 3 people go in the first phase, in the quick phase. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Right then, let's just grab some counters for that. Right then, so it's my first guys to go first. And we're going to go with the ganger, Baldy. He's going to start making a move because he's got the goods and he wants to get rid of them. So he is going to move to there for his first action, and they'll get an extra +2 because he's dashing, because he's not making a combat move. That will put him to there. He has gone. So that's 1 person down. Then we're going to go with my Ash Merchant. Now, what is the range of the... what's he got? He's got a las rifle. A las rifle. He's the man with the las rifle. That has got a range of 24. So he's just going to pop round to there. And then in theory, should be in range. Oof, only just to take a shot all the way down at that blokey on the end. No bonuses, so I'm going to need a 5. Blam! It's only a 6. So we've hit. Roll to wound. 3. Now what is their toughness? Hardened militia. Toughness 3. But they've all got armour. So I roll for his armour. His armour is saved, but it will just push him back a little bit. And he is stunned. As the first shot zooms across the old and then that just leaves me my Capitano, and he doesn't even really need to move, just swizzles a little on the spot and takes a shot with his sniper rifle. Sniper rifle, range 24. Yep. Damn, extra damage. So, roll to hit. He is on a +1. +1 and 3 is 4. Not enough to hit. So, poof, shot's gone all the way over there. That's those 3 guys done. It's now over to the bad guys, who are tactical. So let's just grab the sheet. Very handy thing to have. And then zoom around here. Now normally I've used the AI advanced thingy, so they're a little bit cleverer, but at the moment I just want to try and get everything sorted and right. So tactical, let's start with this squad. So is enemy in sight? Yes, because I'll start with, who do I start with? We'll start with him. So is enemy in sight? Yes. Is enemy in range? Well, yes, he is. So if they have a clear shot and then cover, they will remain in place and fire. So he will take a shot. Pew! Needs a 5, I believe. Yep, so missed. And that's him done. The sergeant is out of range. So he will go half his move. whilst moving into cover. So he'll go to there. This chap, enemy in sight, yes, because he is there. So he will take a shot at him. Pew pew, 2, that's a miss as well. Good. Let's just put some of these on so we can see where shots have gone. Pew! I do intend to get a load more of these printed off and put together, so I'm going to use them as pin markers. But I haven't done that at the moment. And then this chap is target in sight. Yes, there's the captain. So he'll take a shot. I need a 6. Bloody hell, he's only gone and hit him. So blam, I've been hit. Roll to wound. 4. Is that over my toughness? Oh, that better not be. Toughness of the captain is 4. So that's equal to or it equals to or exceeds the toughness. So I've got to do a save with my armour, which is, oh, don't remember what I did for the armour. Yes, I do. I don't know where I wrote it. That's the question. La, 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 la. Ah, there it is. He hasn't got any armour, has he? Has he? I can't remember. Did he get any armour? Sniper rifle blade. Accident. No one's got any armour yet. Oh, bugger. So he is down, but I have a grit point. So I will spend that 1 point of grit or luck. And he will move. Does it do 6 in a random direction? Out of 9 or something like that. So he's just going to pop back to here, going, oof! Christ, that was close! So that's those 4 done. And I've just left me bloody... Okay, so over to here. Anyone in line of sight? Nope, nope, nope. So they'll advance at least half their speed, retaining cover, will cross open ground at full speed. So there. Whoopsie. There. And then he will move to there. Right, then it's back to my other guys. And again, it's the beauty of this system of the game. It's quick and easy. You haven't got to get too bogged down in rules or too carried away with scenery if you don't want to. I always do, because if I'm filming it, I want the tables to look pretty. I just haven't done it today because I want to get this video up to see what gauge people's reactions. So it's these 3 now. They're all moving 4. So they'll move 6 at runs. So move it to there, and the settler, she's just going to mooch up behind that wall. So I'm not bloody getting involved in this. What's going on? Do you think I am stupid? So that wasn't a bad round for the bad guys, as they opened fire and caused all sorts of trouble on my gang. Right, so the end of the turn, 2d8 for any events. Any ones? No. So that's the end of the first round. So round 2. Just move all these out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Oh, you were stunned, weren't you? And back to the dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's lots of ones. And a 3. So we're going to go 1. Who's the 3? Who's the 3? Military with the hood. She'll be going last. So Now, does this mission end the minute I get there, or do I have to do an action? Let's just quickly check the book. Access, delivery. So it requires a combat action. Oh, it just says combat action to place it safely. It doesn't automatically end the game. Ooh, so is the ganger going to risk this? What's his move? His move is 6. So he can zip round and grab it, or do his thing. So he will rush round to there as a move action, and his combat action is to bonk, drop whatever it is on that point. Bosh, job's a good one. So that completes that part of the mission. He's finished. Then it's everybody else are going to do some stuff. So these are moving. Is that a 4? That's a 4. So my Ash Waste Nomad will move to there, and he will then take a shot up at that leader. So leader is in long range. It's within range, but it's in cover. So I'm going to need a 6. Ash Waste Nomad has no modifier. Rolled a 5, so close, but no cigarro. Then my leader is literally just going to move to here, and he's going to take a shot up at the guy that's stunned. So again, there's no, you're going to need a, no. So again, he's missed. These guys, and then neither of them have bloody firearms, so they'll be moving as far as they can. Roar! Roar! So there, they've both activated. Then it goes round to the bad guys. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Wubba wubba wubba. So bad guys and movement stickies. Right. So let's go with this group first. So this chap, has he got line of sight to an enemy? Yes, he does. So he'll roll to hit. Blam, that's a miss. This chap has got a line of sight to here, so he'll take a shot. Blam, he's missed. Him will move, heading towards cover. So there. Then this guy's stunned, so he only gets one action, and his one action will be to shoot down here. Gonna need a 6. Rolled a 3. Stun goes. So they have all acted. Blam, blam, blam. Spang shots off. Nothing's really hit. Okay, here. So we'll start with this chap here. Enemy within range. Yes. Clear shot. La 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 la. He will literally just take a shot then. He will need a 5. Oh, he's rolled a 1. That's an ammo issue. We'll come back to ammo issues. That was the first one of the game for him, wasn't it? Yes, I'll put him on yellow. This guy will have a shot as well. Nothing. And then this guy with his... What the hell has he got? Ooh, that's a flamer. Oh, yike. Now, I don't know what I did for... Did I change anything for flamers? I don't think I did. Flamer, 18 inches, 2 shots. Have to be at the same target. So... Oh! So first one misses, second one. 4 is 4 a hit. Is 4 a hit? I believe it's not. Open target within range 5+, so no. can't remember if you add your combat bonus. Oh, you do add your combat bonuses as well, don't you? Sometimes. That's another thing I'm going to look into. I think I might, if you're moving, then you don't get to add your combat bonus. So we'll just put some flames around him to make it look good. Aye, bugger off. And that's those 3 done. So that goes back to me with my settler, and she is like, I really don't like this. So she's going to move that way. That's her done. That's the end of the turn, so we can take these all away. Now, see, if we want the loot and the goodies, we need to kill them. So, before we do the last bit of the turn, right, we have got an encounter, so that D8 can now bugger off. La 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 la. Mission, campaign events, drop paper. There we go. Oh. Random battle events, D100, which appears to have vanished. Oh, there it is. 46. Cunning. Ooh, next round, all your gangers act in all phases. Oh, hello. I'm a wizard. So, my go. So they all act. All act in these rounds. Oh, that's just jubbly. So his first action will be to move to there. He will do the same. The ganger he's not that stupid, he's going to jump to there to get some cover. He is going to move to that corner point and shoot. 1, he has an ammo issue. And then my Capitan will do 4 inches to there and take a shot up at their leader. Blam, blam, blam. 4. Let me just check this bloody. You do add your combat skill. Yeah, I'm not going to do that if you move. So he's moved over and missed, and that just leaves the settler, and she's just going to scooch up behind him. That's that. So now round to the bad guys. Do. Right then. You fucking want some? Right, so tactical troops. Start here this time and then work back. No, start over here. So him, can he see anyone? No. So he's going to advance half speed into there. So he's done. Enemy within range. No. So he'll move to there. He will shoot straight down there. So he's not moving. So he can have his combat bonus, but I don't believe. Oh, hickey ups. Do they have a combat bonus? Yes, they do, +1. So he'll take shot. Blam, 3 + 1 is 4. Nope. And then he will shoot my leader. 2 + 1 is 3. No hit. They're all done. So here. Yeah, close shot. Okay, they'll fire. Enemy within 12. Oh, they'll enter a brawl. Ooh. So, this chap, I mean, great, his weapon's out of ammo, but that's not the point. He'll move into there and enter a brawl. So I roll a d6 for him and add his combat bonus, which is +1. +1 is 2. I roll a 5. That means I win the fight. Quickly checking. Brawl. Blah, blah, blah. Loser takes a hit. Both take a hit on a draw. No, so I have hit him. 2 doesn't wound him though. But it does push him back. Good. Then this guy will do the same. He'll move into there. He's on +1, so 4 + 1 is 5, and my chap is on a 1, so he's beaten me. 2, not enough to hurt me though. So, ugh. And then this guy will move to there, and then flame attack. Flame on, Baldy. First one is a 6, so that hits. Roll to wound is a 6. Aye! He has gone down like a sack of lead. Ooh! Booger! Ah, me face! My beautiful face! That is the bad guys. All done. We have a man down. Man down! Man down! I am forgetting combat bloody bonuses because I'm a idiot. So turn 3. No event. And off we go again. So I'm only rolling 5 dice this time because Burn Baldy's down. I'm only getting 2 people going first, so it's going to be these 2 guys up here, and then everyone else will go in the slow phase. So, what are the bonuses for brawling? Plus D6 plus combat skill, +2 if you've got a melee weapon, +1 if you're using a pistol as well. 1 or the other. So, let's go with this guy. He will move in to there. And he's got chainsaw, wow! So I roll a hit. I have, I've got +1 combat skill. Makes mine skill 3 and his 3. Hold on, he gets 3, 5 because of his combat weapons, and I get 5. So it's a draw. What happens on a draw? Both take a hit on a draw. Okay, so roll against him. He's going to be wounded if his armour doesn't help him, which it doesn't. And roll for me. Ha ha! You did not harm me! My wings are like a shield of steel, but I am stunned. So pushing me back, stuns me, but puts him down. And that's 1 action done. This chap will do the same. He'll thump into there. And he has got a chainsword as well. So his attack is 6. So that'll be 8. The 6 will gives me an extra hit as well. The bad guy is nowhere near it. So I've done 1, 2 hits. 2 hits, just checking what I put down for a chainsword. +1 damage. So that's 2 hits because the 6 gives you an extra hit. And a 6 and a 5. Ugh. Hacked to cubey bits. Ew. Violent. So, that's them done. Now it's back to the bad guys. So, the bad guy here will shoot him with the flamer. So, roll a hit. The 2 becomes 3. Is it within 6 inches? Yes, it is. So he will take damage. He's been hit. Aye! Flamer. Damage 1. So 5 + 1 is 6 to go against my toughness. That puts me down. Oh! hell's teeth? Where's me leg? And then it's a hit on him as well because it's a area burst. Do you roll the hit? Or do you just roll the damage? Oh, I do not know. I don't normally use area weapons, but as that's what those figures were armed with. La la la. Focused area. Resolve all the shots against the initial target. They cannot be spread. Then resolve one bonus shot against every figure within 2. So bonus shot, that'll hit him as well. And then for, oh Christ. Oh! Ooh! Carnage! Down. Yikes. That's not good. Then it's back to the other guys. He is probably out of range. Last pistol, 12. Yeah, he's out of range. So he's going to sprint. Whoopsie, over to there. Thinking of putting an Overwatch kind of thing in. So then shot him as he goes across. Then he gets a shot on here. For 4 plus 1 is 5, needed 6. He will then shoot straight down to here. 5 plus 1 is 6, that will hit. Roll to wound. It's a 6. Oh! Ooh. Aye! Shot, you bastard. And then he will take a shot at my leader. 1. Haha, yeah. Think you'll find, young man, your ammo's buggered. What I'm doing with ammo is on a 1. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. If I'm brutally honest. Then it's the rest of my gang. My gang. Whoa, yeah. See, the Settlers, she's only got 2 blades, and I'm not liking the idea of a flamer chap there. She's holding her own there. And my leader will take a shot up at him. Blam, 2 plus 1 is 3, so that misses. So it's the end of the phase. Before we do anything else, they lost 2 people. So I'm rolling 2d6, checking for morale. A 3 and a 6, yeah, they're not going anywhere, they're fine, they're all happy and dandy. And then, let's roll for that. No other event. Turn 4. And it's, oh my good lord, we're only on 2 people left. And they're both going in the slow phase. Well, that's not a good start. So Flamey McFlamo will down to there. He still can't see, so we'll move her into there. And then he can see the captain, so he'll take a shot. Blam! That hits. Roll to wound. It's a 4. Is that above 4? My toughness is 4, so that's equal. La 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 la. Equal to the toughness. Equal to target is eliminated if the dice is a 6 or more, or modified score equals or exceeds toughness. So, oof. And then the other 2, he will spend 1 action to reload. Roll a d6. A 2 means his weapon is completely buggered. I love making rules up as I go along. He's like, no, typical bloody Necromunda weaponry. And then he will sprint to there. So I have 1 person left. Wow, and it's her action. You know what she's doing? Yeah, she's running like hell. Nope. She'll move to there. That will be the end of that's where we can call it, because guys, where is everybody? We completed the mission though, so that's okay. Right, come back in a sec and we'll do the after battle phase. Blimey. Blimey, Riley, that was messy. That was messy. So, just get to the bit here, because I'm going to need something out of this one as well. Right then. So they weren't a rival, so that's okay. Not a quest. Payment is irrelevant in this. Battlefield Finds is irrelevant because I should be looking through my bloody version. Ugh. So, settlement events, blah blah blah. So, casualties. Right. Okay, let's see what sort of state we're in, shall we? So she's okay. D100. So the captain, 56. 56. Minor injuries, he'd be out of the game for a turn. The Ash Nomad, 61. 61. Minor injuries, he'd be out for a turn. Oh dear. La la la. The Beebs is at 5. Oh dear. So we had gruesome fate. It is right, because it's the guy that got burnt to toast. He's dead. And then the two other chaps. 61 is minor injuries. He'll be out for a turn. And then the last one is, what's that? That's a 94. School of Hard Knocks. Gains an experience point. Oh. Okay, that's not good. So then, there would be durability for any items, which would have to do experience, blah, blah, blah. Improving home, that's something else. And then at the end of that, there would be a campaign event, which would be 45. New cavern. Next battle has 1d6 extra scrap tokens. Great, but I've only got like 2 people that can go into the battle. That's not looking good. And that would be that. Yikes. But we completed the mission, so we did get the extra scrap. And that's kind of where I am at the moment. It works. I just need to tidy up a few of the rules, or more to the point, remember some of the rules. If you're interested in seeing more, let me know, and I'll film some more for you. If you're not interested, I don't care. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me, for my entertainment. And that's quite fun, actually. It felt very Necromunda-y. Oh, I don't like flamers. Ooh, vomit. But yeah, that works pretty well. And now we'd be going back to the start of the thing. So let's just roll through, shall we, just to see what would happen for turn 2. So turn 2, we would have the settlement event, which would be 15. Economic upswing, we would get +1 +1 trading point this turn. If we're looking for scrap, they're found on a 5+ instead, so that's nice. Healing, so these people that were taken out, their healing would starts to happen now, so they'd be out unless settlement activity. So I could visit the doctor because I still have 3 activity points, so I could go to the doctors and get one of these healed. That costs 2 action points. So we'll say, for example, we do that, we get the leader back out. Oh, hell's teeth, I'm fine really, the doctor just helped me out a bit. That would leave me 1 point left. So I could would go for gathering scrap because we find it on a 5+ this time. Boom. +1 scrap. So we've now got like 2 pieces of scrap. That's those 3 points done. We need more scrap to start putting the thing up. And then there'll be the trading post. And then, just out of spite, would see what the main event would be. What would the main event be? It would be a 39. It would be another battle, which we can roll for. We can have a look. Another battle, and it would be What would we be against? Come on, scare us this time. D20. It would be against 11. Petty bandits or cultists. And there'd be at least 2. How many of them would there be? There'd be 8 of them. That wouldn't be pretty, would it? That wouldn't be pretty. But there you go. That's the way it works in the Underhive. It's not meant to be pretty or nice. What it's meant to be is fun and tell stories, and that's definitely what definitely what you can get out of this. Anyway, food for thought. Have a go, little think-see over that. But as I said, it's easily done because the rules are in such a nice way. So well done. So you can sit and just do whatever you want with it. I mean, I didn't have to write all these extra tables out and bits and pieces, but I wanted it to feel more Necromunda-y than flying around in a starship visiting planets. You can take that idea, you can visit settlements, you can do all of that, but it's all there. Just needs a bit of tweaking. So there you go. As I said, if you enjoyed that, let me know. Any comments, stick them in the old crotch box down below and I will read them. I might not comment on them if they're nasty, because I'm like that. More important, if you want to help out the channel, there are various things you can do. Get in touch and we can sort something out. But the one thing you can do is to like and subscribe. If you liked it, well, subscribe. If you don't like it and don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe. I would like it if you liked and subscribed. And until next time, stay hammered.